Aloha everyone, this is Leimomi Keliikuli, Intuitive Soul. I'm a mindset coach here, and so today I am here to share a little bit more knowledge about how you can actually activate your intuitive or psychic abilities and activate your superpower is actually the secret to success and how you can actually get there in record time. So today is basically I'm going to share a lot about my knowledge of how I myself went into multiple six figures in less than 2 years by actually utilizing my superpower and activating my psychic abilities were actually the keys to my success in record time. So that's of course the solution, but I want to share a little bit more background of like how that all works and why that is very, very important in order to expand into the higher level of work or service that you want to do, not just for your business or your lifestyle, but really thinking from a very holistic point of view of how you can help people will actually allow you to move through a lot of blockages, a lot of things that may be sabotaging you from moving to that next level. So I thought a lot about what I was going to talk about, and it kind of like dawned on me like how the simplest things are actually what we really take for granted, and we kind of like forget how to utilize it. So this week I wanted to actually share more about here in the group and in this live stream how important it is to actually create simplicity in your life and your business. So it's basically my biggest principle in everything that I do is simplicity. So thinking about ways that I could actually help more people, right? Like leverage from other people's audiences to finding different ways where I can operate be my best, do what I love to do, but without all the headache or the overwhelm or the lack of clarity and stuff like that. That could be one of the major reasons why I see a lot of entrepreneurs kind of fail in their launches or fail in general to become a leader in whatever field that they are in. So if you ask me questions here in the live stream, or if you're watching the replay, totally just ask your questions, and then I will actually pick a winner for those who attend live or those who actually comment at the bottom that you've actually watched this live stream. So this is some really powerful stuff that I'm going to talk to you guys about. And it's actually what has allowed me to leverage my time so that I only need to work 3 to 5 hours a day while still making multiple 6-7 figures plus doing what I love to do. So basically in this live stream I'm going to talk about superpower success. It's everything that I teach about is about the superpower. So I'll basically share with you how I helped over 300 plus clients get to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures by utilizing their superpower and using their soul alignment blueprints, which is what I actually invented and created with my Being Alohi Academy. And I also certify people to make soul alignment blueprints for others, and also multidimensional healers, which I will be talking a little bit more about at the end of the live stream. I'll share with you about my multidimensional Healer 1 program I have that I'm actually going to start very, very soon on April 16th. So basically how you can actually use your superpower, your soul alignment blueprints, and how my clients actually became amazing industry leaders just by utilizing their superpower. I'll also talk about how activating your abilities can save you more time, money, and energy, and how knowing your superpower can actually heal your relationships, communicate clearly with your family, your friends, with your team members, with your audience, and how you can actually save all that time, money, and energy spending less time on either client calls or group calls and scaling your business. Also, I will talk about how you can make consistent income utilizing your soul alignment blueprints so that you could release all the overwhelm or the lack of clarity or just trying to do everything in your business feeling like although you may be loving what you're doing, right, you're making good money in your business, you may not be feeling completely happy and know something is missing. So I'm going to kind of like touch on these different topics here. So let me introduce myself. I'm a multidimensional healer, intuitive soul alignment mindset coach, a speaker, and a spiritual teacher. And I basically, help my clients to not only grow their businesses, but also grow their psychic abilities and their intuitive abilities to expand into their next level. So my expertise is actually helping those that want to get to the next level, but they don't know how to get there or what it actually looks like. So I used to actually be a psychic spiritual monk. Starting at the age of 21, I traveled the world. I taught and managed yoga, meditation, healing, metaphysical storefronts all over the world. I launched my own business, being a psychic business coach at first, and I went to 6 figures in less than a year. I actually retired my husband from his 9-to-5 job, and I also helped other businesses, other entrepreneurs get to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures plus, whether they're coaches, healers, teachers, or leaders. I help them get to their next level in their business and in their life. I also founded the Being Alohi Academy, which is basically like my school, where I teach and I certify people to use the Soul Alignment Blueprints modality and my Multidimensional Healer 1 certification program modality, where I teach them how to use their superpower, their Soul Alignment Blueprints, so that they can do whatever they want, working 3 to 5 hours a day, having more time and money freedom. So that's my ultimate goal, is to figure out where you need to make changes in your life so that you can operate your best to still impact many people and more. I'm really known for my attunements, my clearings, the magical things that I help people to manifest to creating a fulfilled life. I've helped people lose weight, to attracting their soulmate, to making not only good money or 6-figure plus or 5-figure launches. All of that all kind of happened as they activated their psychic abilities and also expanded into their bigger level of work. Me and my husband actually work together, and he's basically the background in my business. He kind of works as a VA for me, and also he also has all the techie knowledge, doing systems administration for many big corporations and big corporations and even medical hospitals and stuff. He has over 15 years experience in that. So we kind of work together. So to me, the reason I do this and I help people is because of the lifestyle changes that my clients need to create for themselves, and also to have all that time and money and freedom that we ultimately know that we deserve and want, but we may not have those tools in order to get there. So in short, yeah, that's what I do and how I help people. So today I wanted to basically talk about the 3 major stages to get to multiple 6-figure plus business. It's actually my signature method and system that I teach step by step on how to get there. And it's basically just this 3 major steps. So you might want to write this down, which number 1 is activate, number 2 is revamp, and number 3 is expand. So depending on whether you're starting your business, setting up your business, starting to keep your business in order, right? Stabilizing it, to even scaling your business. There's different levels of your business that you need to know what stage that you are in, which will tell you different kinds of strategies on how to get to each mark from 5K months to 10K to 20K to 30K to 50K months, even to 100K months. You have to know what stage you are in your business, and that tells you what you focus on. So a lot of times when people come to me, they're actually focusing on the wrong stage in their business, rather than doing the exact things that make them money because of the fact that they think that they're at that level, but they actually haven't gotten there yet. So when people meet me, I basically can tell you what stage you are in your business, and also, you know, what stage you need to grow into with these three stages to get to multiple six figures plus, right? So, for example, like a six-figure type of business and a multiple six-figure type of business, $1 million business, they all have different stages of growth and things that you basically need to align to, not only from the strategy, from the biz strategy, from the messaging, from the marketing, from all of the different ways that you can grow your business, even the mindset. There's all different things that you need to grow into and take those steps in order to get there. And one of the biggest things that I see that's happening is that, again, you're doing the wrong stage in business, you're not activating your psychic abilities, or you're not even bringing or stepping into your leadership where you're bringing in that your intuitive abilities into your work, or you could be, but you're actually haven't created the platform or like your modality or something like that to get there. So each stage, right, the activate, revamp, and expand, each stage requires three major things. So again, write this down. Three major things you need. Number one is you need to activate your superpower. So what I mean by your superpower, I don't mean like, oh, I can read people's future, or I can like move objects, not that kind of superpower. I'm talking about the energy, the specific energy of your soul type. Okay, so I've actually labeled them into eight kinds of superpowers, which is compassion, creativity, order, love, expression, power, truth, and wisdom. So out of the 8, you'll be one of them. And out of those 8, there are very specific paths to your expansion, to your growth. Okay, so when you align to your superpower, the true, correct superpower, this is actually when your psychic abilities get activated. This is when you start to get more people engaged with you. You grow your audience very quickly, and all of that, because you're naturally going to progress into those 4 different stages of soul and business alignment, which also is very important to know. But I won't go into that because it's a lot of information. Just even talking about activating your superpower, there's so much information that you need to know. And if you do want to know more about that, I do share that in my free Facebook group, which is Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living. And I share a lot of mindset tools, business tools, clearings and healing work and stuff like that. So we talk about multiple type of topics in order to get to your next level in your life and your business. So the first level is just figuring out which one that is and actually taking action towards it, which I call soul aligned manifestation. You can actually manifest everything you want just by aligning to that one specific energy of your soul. And it's the one specific energy, that your superpower, that gives you that basically keeps you motivated, that keeps you creating more consistent income, that keeps you out of your life challenges. And what I mean by life challenges, not your life lessons. I'm talking about the energy that is part of who you are. It's like it is your gifts, but it is the gifts that you give or you share with other people. So when you are not aligned to the correct superpower, you end up feeling more and more like you're not really clear about who you are, or not owning who you are. It means that you haven't activated your superpower. Okay, so keep that in mind, that activating your superpower, there's so much things that requires you to do in order to get that to that next level. So if you're just jumping on in, I see Christine just jumped on it. I was talking about the 3 stages of multiple 6 figures plus type of business. And how each stage requires 3 major things. So the first one I said was activate. The first stage is activate. Number 2 is revamp. Number 3 is expand, and it's actually my signature system that I teach my clients to get into. So each stage is the third major the 3 major stages that requires you to go through that process is just that first level of just activating your superpower. Figuring out the energy of what you are at soul level, meaning what source made you, is actually what's going to allow your path to go to the fastest and easiest route to making a lot of money, bringing in abundance, media opportunities, you name it. So I've helped my clients get on big media, just by them aligning to their specific superpower. So again, activating your superpower, you will be one of the 8 superpowers, and each superpower has a very specific path, which I mapped it out with when I create your soul alignment blueprints for you. So that's the first stage, is just activating your superpower. Then the second stage, what requires you to make changes, is the revamping. So revamping stage is where you revamp towards your soul purpose archetype. So the specific archetype that your type of soul type is supposed to embody in your everyday life, okay? And by aligning to that archetype, that is actually what activates your psychic abilities, your intuitive abilities to take yourself to that next level, okay? So for example, my superpower is I'm a love superpower, which means that when I align to my archetype, I am basically supposed to align to Diva Magical Healer. So like I said, every single superpower has a specific archetype, specific path, and when you align to that energy, that's when you pull in and bring in abundance for you. What I see a lot of people do is they align to the wrong energy of what they think their superpower is, right? Because the superpower, when I mean that, I'm talking about the energy, specific energy of who you are at soul level, that source made you as, right? What's happening that I see is that people align to the wrong superpower because they think that's, that's what people are asking for more, but it's actually the gifts that they give to other people, but it does not fulfill them in terms of their true path, their true purpose, and to impacting millions of people, right? So that first part of activating superpower is essential. Then revamping your soul purpose archetype, that's a whole nother level that requires you to activate your psychic abilities. And this is why activating your psychic abilities and activating your superpower is one of the most important part of that process in order to get to multiple 6 figures plus. But if you don't know what your superpower is and that archetype, you can end up like banging yourself in the head, creating type of business models that are really not aligned to your type of soul type. And we tend to actually align to the energy of what I call your life challenges. So it means that it looks like your superpower, but it's actually, again, the gifts or the outcomes or transformation that you give to others. So for example, my life challenges are power, because remember, out of the 8, one of them is going to be your life challenge 1 and 2. So my life challenge 1 is power. My life challenge 2 is all about creativity. So my end product, and this is why you need to know the order of your gifts, because the order of the energy of your superpower, your life challenges will tell everything about your business model, how you can communicate to your ideal clients and attract them, how you can create media opportunities, and all of that just by aligning to your correct superpower. So when I aligned too much to power or creativity, and this is what I did as a psychic business coach, I was aligning too much to power, and as a psychic spiritual monk, those two kinds of energies were actually draining me. It actually made me work 5 to 10 times harder. All of that is all happening because you're aligning to the wrong type of energy of your soul. So this is why it's important to know what your superpowers and your life challenges, so that you can stay in the correct route, the right path that is most aligned to your type of soul. So that's the two major things that you need, right? Is to activate your superpower and revamp your soul purpose archetype by activating your intuitive abilities. Then the third major thing you need is to expand to the path of least resistance. So once you've already figure out what your superpower is, then you need to revamp into your soul purpose archetype, meaning change things in your business model, right? So like how I shifted my business more away from psychic business coaching into more intuitive soul alignment mindset coach, made a huge difference on me being able to create what I do as a deep healer, as a teacher, and also helping people in their businesses, which is my niche. So that's the second stage, right, is revamping. Then the third major one, right, is expanding to the path of least resistance by actually carefully following your numbers in your business and leveraging actually from other audiences. So when you start to expand, so first, you know, you've gone home into who you are, you've created the platform that makes sense for your type of business model, right? Then you need to expand further beyond that. And that's what I help my clients with, is once they're at that kind of like figured out what their superpower is, what psychic abilities to really hone into, and they start to expand. Then at that level, between the revamp and the expand, that's when you need to bring out your sacred work. You need to bring out your own modality, your own type of methods and systems that that you know that you've been able to map out accordingly to who you've helped before, and asking all of that market research questions in order to expand into multiple six figures plus, right? So here are some of the symptoms of misalignments when you're going through that process you may experience. Number one is losing your path. Number two, losing your why. Number three, losing your authenticity. And number four, losing your soul's voice. So if you ever have that feeling like you're just spinning your wheels, not clear on what you want to do or who you're supposed to be helping, lost your way, feeling you don't know what your purpose are anymore, feeling very tired and fatigued, spending a lot of time in your business, doing things in your business rather than actually doing things on your, for your business to move forward. You're really questioning who you are and whether you want to be even doing that type of model in your business, not truly showing up authentically, right? Like kind of hiding, not being visible as much as you like, maybe even being subconscious about whatever you post online, right? Lacking clarity, having a lot of mindset issues, a lot of boundaries that you haven't set for yourself in your life and your business, even though you know you need to do it. All of those kinds of things are all actually related to why you're not owning your superpower and why you're not taking those steps towards, aligning and aligning to your intuitive abilities and taking yourself to that next level. So I hope that made sense. I hope that kind of like helped you to see where you are lacking that kind of lacking that type of level in your business. And there's different stages, like I said. And so each stage you want to work on and make sure that you do that on top of making the right amount of money that you know that you deserve. So for example, when you start activating your superpower, you might have to start all over again your whole business model, even though you're very successful in your business before. It just means that some part of your business you need to revamp. So you need to go back, right? And then a lot of people say they go back to the drawing board, right? To figure out like whether I want to do that or whether like that feels in alignment to me now. Like, do I want to talk about that topics and stuff like that? Like asking those questions, right? So the key to figuring it out is you first need to activate the superpower, then revamp, and then expand into the correct path that is the easiest, that feels the most abundant, that makes true sense to who you're meant to be at soul level. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm also actually launching this program called the Multidimensional Healer 1 certification program. So if you've been wanting to take yourself to that next level, like you're kind of like figuring things out, like activating and revamping stages, this still does apply to you. It's just that now you're wanting to bring out this new sacred work that, maybe needing to come out of you, but you're not very clear on like how to structure it, how to put it together or stuff like that, right? So in this multidimensional healer program, when I mean healer, I don't mean that you have to give yourself exactly that label, but it is helpful if you can actually use this multidimensional healer in any of your media or opportunities that you want to share, because I'll be certifying you to be able to do clearings, healings, alignments, manifestations, attunements, and all of that in this program. So basically in this program, this is actually really good for you, and it's perfect for you if you feel the need to like bring out your own sacred work or modality that impacts millions. You can see yourself, making money while working 3 to 5 hours a day. Maybe you feel you need time to travel, spend more time in nature, doing what you love to do when you want to. It's basically this intimate group of coaches, healers, teachers, leaders who really desire to activate their psychic abilities in order to take their work to the next level, but may not know how to create their own modality, and that makes money in their sleep. Another thing too is you already have a business and that you love, but you're ready to scale. This is also good for you if you appreciate abundance in all forms and want to welcome in more pleasurable experiences. This is good for you if you know that you want to impact more, but you just feel like you want to be in the right place at the right time. This is good for you also if you desire to see all the possibilities without too much overwhelm. So this program is basically where I'm going to certify you to be able to create your own modality, give you the skills to make the money back, 10 times plus. So this program, I'm opening the first round of it for those that are. It is basically designed to heighten your abilities, but also to help you with that practical business tools in order to integrate it with whatever kind of sacred work that you're doing. So in each week, I'm basically teaching you things like learning how to access your 10-dimensional, multi-dimensional levels of your soul, living from the heart, how to move through any spiritual initiations, and utilize your intentional body to manifest whatever you want. I also will give you access to attunements, to your higher Akashic Records and beyond, teach you how to create your own activations, make money off of that, how to balance your own chakras and other people's chakras and multidimensional bodies and still feel very grounded and protected. You also will get attunements to creating your own alignments, manifestations, healings, even my shell soul purpose activation clearing. You'll learn that. You also learn how to create your own mindsets and beliefs, downloads, and start really forming your own type of modality, making money off of it, how to access multidimensional levels of your heart in the sacred space of your heart. Also, let's see, I'm trying to think of all the things that we talk about but these are all the topics I'm talking about. You also learn my financial goals, vision clearing, a type of alignment, which actually will help you and others to make more money in their business. And basically, this whole program is how to really create your own modality and sell it out. So there's over 5K worth of stuff in here. And it's $9.97 right now for the regular program, but the price will increase actually today. And over the next week or so, I'm also going to give that opportunity for everybody that does want to sign up now to lock into that price. So if this is really calling to you and you feel like you want to take yourself to that expansion level, right? Because remember I told you about the 3 levels, the 3 stages, which is the expand stage. You'll have 6 90 to 120 minute group calls with me, which I would do in the material live. So you're going to listen to all the material live. You'll get 8 massive attunements to really skyrocket your business and activate your psychic abilities, to bring out your own modality. We'll have a private Facebook group. You have access to all these materials in my membership site. Have a certificate of completion at the end. Have 4 follow-up group calls after the 6 weeks is done. It's a 6-week program. Well, I'll help you with all the practical business and messaging strategies to sell out your modality. And so that's all what's kind of included in the regular program. There's also a VIP option, which is only for the first 8 people, which is value over 9K. Where you could either choose where I'll create your own soul alignment blueprints, or if you have already received that, you can get my 5-figure spiritual money mindset masterclass that comes with the money mindset belief clearing and activation. If you've already had those blueprints, you can get that, or you can choose to have the level 1 5D soul level blocks removed in your relationships and money mindset type of clearing. And again, that's if you've already had any of those other things. You can also get this big level of clearing. So think of like it's like a clearing where you get like 50 kinds of big clearings all put into one that's very specific to you for your type of soul, and remove any of those present life relationship money blocks that may be sabotaging your growth. So that's the VIP option of the program, and that's for $14.97 for now. And like I said, the price will go up very soon. It's actually, today's the 5th, so yeah, it'll be going up today. So if this is calling you and you really want to know more about this program, feel free to reach out to me. You can just comment below this live stream, or you could PM message me, and I can share with you a little bit more about the program, or answer any of your questions about it. And if that's really feels like it's in alignment to you, feel free to reach out. So it's bit.ly, so bit.ly/healer1, so HEALER, the number 1. That go to that link, and that's going to take you to the sales page about this program and explain more detail about it. So that's actually the next level, when you're like really want to activate your psychic abilities, bring out your sacred work into the world, but you don't know those grounded tools that can help you to bring it out and start to leverage from your abilities, and also all those tools that will take you, or the strategies that will take you to the next level. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to me. You can go also to my website, www.leimomikeliikuli.com, and also join my free Facebook group, which is the Soul Alignment Leaders for Conscious Living, where there's other amazing leaders, healers, coaches, teachers, and various industries that are out there. And we're pretty active in helping each other to get to their next level. So again, I hope that you love this. If you do love this, please do share it. Looks like there weren't much people online right now, but again, if you comment below, I'm going to share the winner underneath this live stream. So I hope you all have a beautiful day. Aloha.